Hello class, this is Ms. Pisano. I'm actually going to be absent today. I'm actually at a training. You do have a substitute teacher, and I do expect you to be respectful and polite to your substitute teacher. We are still working today. You still have an assignment, and I'm leaving this video just to help you out on your assignment. We're still evaluating functions, so I'm going to go ahead and work a few of them off of your handout. So the first one that I'm going to go ahead and work out is number 1. Where it says evaluating function, and you're given y equals 5x minus 2, 4x equals 3. If you notice, there was a table already started for you. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, I'm going to go ahead and use the calculator to help me out. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure that it's turned on, and I'm going to go ahead and clear anything that's on it. So the button on the very top left corner, you have y equals. If you have anything in there, go ahead and clear it out. And I'm going to go ahead and enter my function. My function is 5. And the x that I'm using is right next to my green button. 5x minus 2. So once you have it on your y equals, I'm going to go ahead and hit the blue button where it says seconds. Then I'm going to go ahead and hit the button on the top right corner where it says graph. You are going to be given a graph on your calculator. So now, going back to my equation on my handout, when x equals 3, what do I get for my y? So I'm going to scroll down. My y is 13. So I'm going to go ahead and write 13 on the right column. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and move to number 5. The instructions is find the range of each function when the domain is -3, 0, 3. So my function is h of x equals 4x minus 6. And we already started a table for you. And as a reminder, your domain is actually your x's, and we want range. So again, I'm going to go ahead and use my calculator. And I'm going to go ahead and hit y equals on the very top. And in order to clear the table, you hit second, quit, and then I'm going to hit y equals. Clear the function that you have. We're going to go ahead and enter 4x minus 6. And to get that table again, I'm going to hit second and hit the right button where it says graph. So I now have my table on my calculator. So I'm going to go ahead and write when x equals 3, my y is 18. So in this, on the right side, I'm writing -18. When my x equals 0, my y equals -6. When my x equals 3, my y equals 6. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and write my range. A reminder, your right column, y, is range. It's just a different nickname. So I'm writing these numbers inside these brackets. So I have -18, -6, and 6. So this problem, my range is actually in brackets -18, comma, -6, comma, -6, and close your brackets. Okay guys, now we're going to go ahead and turn the page, and we're going to go ahead and work on number 11. And I'm going to actually help you out with F because this is a little bit different. We're still evaluating the instructions is evaluate the following expressions given function below. But for F, they want you to solve for X instead of Y. But we could still use our calculator to do this problem. So I have find X if G of X equals 16. So I'm going to go ahead and just box it. The one that I'm using on the top of these functions is the one on the left. This is G of X equals negative 3X plus 1. So I'm going to go ahead and go to my calculator. I'm going to go ahead and go into Y equals, clear anything that I have. I'm going to type in negative 3X plus 1. Go to my table, hit second graph, and I'm going to go ahead and create a table real quickly on my paper. They want me to find what my X is. It says find X, and they're telling me that my Y is 16. So now going back to my calculator, I'm going to go ahead and look. When Y is 16, what is my X? And check out your calculator on the table. You might have to scroll up or down. On my table, Y is 16 here, but my X is what? My X is negative 5. So I could go ahead and make a note, X equals negative 5, and just box it. I'm moving on to the next problem. It actually says 2, but it should be your number 12. I am provided a map, and then I have several letters that I need to solve for. This is not hard at all. We're going to go ahead and use this graph right here to go ahead and solve. So for the first one, this negative 4 is your X value. We're going to go ahead and find what our Y value is. We don't know what it is. So I'm going to go ahead and go to my graph. When I go to negative 4 on my X, this is negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4. What is my Y value on this graph? So I'm going to go ahead and put a point right there, and I'm going to count 1, 2. Since we're going up, it's a positive 2. So I'm going to go ahead and write my order pair right there, finish it off. So this point is negative 4, 2. So I'm going to go ahead and put F of negative 4 equals 2. And then we're done on that one. Let me go ahead and help you set these up. Okay. Now, E and F are a little bit different. E and F are a little bit different. So let's do F. They're telling you X when F of X equals 0. They want to find out what your X is. Now they told you that your Y equals 0. So what is your X? So I'm going to go ahead and go back to my graph. And when my Y equals 0, my X also equals 0. So right at this point, I'm going to go ahead and write my order pair, and guess what? That's the origin. So I'm writing my 0 there. So X equals 0. Okay, now class, I want you to go ahead and finish the rest of the handout and turn it in the homework bin before you leave. Make sure that your name is on it and the period as well. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.